meets 0-2. It's the only matchup that you can say that here in Week 3. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz alongside NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you on the NFL Preview Show, breaking down the Dolphins' trip to the Meadowlands to take on the Jets. And let's start with Miami, Pat, because this was a once-proud franchise that is now 0-2 for the third time in 4 years. Offense, been a huge problem so far. We'll get to that in a sec. But are you more concerned with the fact that the defense is giving up so many yards?
No, I think the defense can still win football games, and they've still got great pass rusher in Jason Taylor, and they still got a tackling machine at linebacker, but the secondary, to me, can get challenged, and they've had some hard games. I think the defensive problems are really stem from the offense, because the offense hasn't delivered enough points for them to get the opponent in a one-dimensional atmosphere.
Let's talk about the Dolphins' offense, because Trent Green and the team had 5 turnovers in the game against the Dallas Cowboys. He had 4 interceptions. But they're not running the football, again, which was a problem at the beginning of last year. Is this the week that Ronnie Brown breaks out?
Well, I don't know about that. I think you'd like to hope he would, but when you look at the New York Jets, they're going to play very vanilla. They don't like to do much but play down the line of scrimmage. They like to play two-gap defense. There'll appear to be holes. The camera crews are going to show you that there was a hole there, and there wasn't a hole there. So I say Ronnie gets stalled a little himself, and maybe 3.5, not 4 yards a carry.
Well, what about the Jets here? Because they haven't run the football either. They're averaging about 65 yards a game on the ground as well. Thomas Jones, he was hurt in preseason, hasn't really been the guy they've been hoping for. Now they're going back to Chad Pennington. The problem here is that they haven't been able to protect the quarterback no matter who it has been.
Well, they're not able to protect him. Chad says he was ready to go last week. I looked at him on the sideline. He didn't look ready to go to me. But I think he's a better alternative than Kellen Clemens, who looked nice. Everyone's excited about him, but I think this guy will manage the football game. It's Thomas Jones in the 2.9 yards a carry. He's a better player than that. But when they let Pete Kendall go, there was wrong structural problems in the offensive line inside. Then you go out and you look at DeBrickashaw Ferguson, and here's a guy that I don't know that he's taken the next step. We talked about it last week. So I don't see where the power running side is. I don't see the ability to establish a running game. Probably have to come out and throw the short pass to set up the run.
Have you talked to any of the Jets linemen? Were they, I know we're into Week 3 here, and this is maybe an old story, but is it part of the fact that maybe they were a little pissed off that they let Pete Kendall go?
No, I don't think. I think most pro players, in fact, all the pro players, they know business upstairs is business upstairs. They can't control it. They're just going to go out and do what they do. My biggest concern in this game is that the New York Jets don't rush the passer. If you let Trent Green sit in the pocket, he's still a pretty good player. You got to go disrupt him. But they have no turnovers on defense, and the third down defense for the Jets is given up like 53% of the time. Those two numbers are going to keep the Jets in a lot of trouble.
Well, they also have 0 sacks on the season, and that's part of the AccuScore prediction. It's a computer test, all mathematical, no human element whatsoever. It plays the game 10,000 times, all factual elements, spits out 10,000 results. And here's what it came up with for this game. The AccuScore said that the Jets won 54% of the time in a very close scoring game. Basically a toss-up, 19-18. That was the average score. Add the human element.
The human element to me is I agree with the computer. The Jets are 5-1 the last 6 times they played Miami. They're coming into New York. I think Chad Pennington, boy, he has something to prove. He's a very competitive guy. I think the Jets can come out and win. They've got 2 good receivers. Look for the crossing routes to Lavernius Coles. Short routes, catch the ball, make something happen after the catch. When they back the defense off, Thomas Jones comes alive in the second half. They win this game by a field goal.
Chad Pennington is undefeated against the Dolphins at home, 4-0 lifetime at the Meadowlands against the Dolphins. New York welcomes Miami, kicking off at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. And for more on this game or the rest of Week 3, be sure to stay tuned all around the net to the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.